Alright, hey guys, and welcome to my Autumn Japan Haul 2018. So I was recently out in Japan over Halloween and the first half of November and had an absolute amazing time out there. Met some truly wonderful people, saw some amazing sights, and just every day out there was just so much fun, going to visit different places and seeing all the famous spots out there and some of the other locations that I've never actually seen out in Japan as well. And as always, I've brought back a very large haul to show you guys in this video. Now, I'm not sure if this is the largest haul video I've ever brought back from Japan. It may well be, but then I know that the last haul video I did was quite large too. But if this is not the largest haul video, then this is definitely the most expensive haul I've ever brought back from Japan. And there's a few reasons for that. Firstly, I was asked to pick up a few items from some very good friends of mine. So there's a couple of little bit pricey bits in here which I will come to in the video. And also some of these items are actual presents as well for people, whether it be friends or just Christmas related presents. But yeah, I'm going to go through every item I've got here on display. I'm not going to go into too much detail for everything, otherwise this video could turn into well over an hour. But I just want to point out quickly first that there's going to be some slight NSFW content in this video. Nothing too explicit, there's not going to be nothing too crazy in here, but if any of NSFW content kind of puts you off, then you might want to click off now. If you're not bothered by that at all, then let's get straight underway with this video. I'm going to start on the top right. So I'll go here. Now I picked up various food-related gift items while I was out there, because they're nice items to pick up and great gift ideas for people, especially if you're not sure on what to get some people. So we've got a selection here of some chocolate biscuits or some cookies or something. That's what these four are here, from various locations. A couple of them will be from Odaiba, and you might see on the bottom there, that one's from Tokyo Skytree. It's a Tokyo Skytree biscuit. I did pick up a couple of bits from there. There's one there that's a metal tin that says Tokyo Skytree on it. If you ever visit Tokyo, then this is definitely one of the go-to locations you've got to go to. It's hard to miss. It's the tallest building in Japan, and I think it's actually the tallest tower in the world. It is absolutely massive. As you can see from the picture there on the tin and also the postcard, it literally towers over everything in the entire city. But if you do go, I do apologise for my voice, by the way, I've got a little bit of a cough. But if you do go, definitely make sure you go when the weather is good. So if you're out there for a week or 2 weeks, try to choose it on a good day, because if the weather's not that great, you're not really going to see that far, so it's kind of pointless, and it is a little bit expensive, especially if you want to go right away to the top. So underneath that postcard is another food box. This one's from Akihabara. It's got a pretty cute anime character on the front here. I've picked this one up before. You might have seen this box in some previous haul videos. Okay, so I'm going to kind of go side to side on this video, so that way I don't miss anything out. So moving back over to the left now, there's a couple of Pokeballs there. They were from the Pokemon Center in Sunshine City. And beneath that we have some Pokemon cards. This is two separate packs of 100 cards each. I picked these up from Nakano. And underneath those are some brand new sealed Pokemon cards. Pokemon out there is absolutely massive. Now, Pokemon's obviously always popular in Japan, but with the hype of the new one coming out on the Switch very soon, it's very much Pokemon season out there. I've never seen anything like it, to be honest. These cards were very, very hard to pick up, these new packs. Pretty much every shop I went in out there, Pokemon cards are sold out everywhere, and I've never seen that in Japan, and this is my 6th time going out there. There's so much hype and advertisement for this new game. Literally everyone out there is back on Pokemon Go. I remember going outside of a shopping building on one of the days, and there was like a crowd of 200 people at least just standing there, and I'm like, what on earth is going on out here? What are these people doing? And then I realised, oh, they're playing Pokemon Go. So it's very, very much Pokemon season. The hype out there is unreal. I mean, I know everyone's kind of doing things on Red Dead Redemption 2, I think, at the minute, but out there, Pokemon is where it's at. So going back up, now this is the only actual anime figure I picked up out there, but it's a pretty awesome one to say the least. This is a brand new figure, Glitter and Glamorous series. This one is of Bulma. You can probably already tell. Now there was two different colour variants for this Bulma figure. There was one with purple, and then there was one where she had a signature kind of, it's like a greeny turquoise colour. I kind of thought the purple one kind of stood out a little bit more, and this is a really awesome looking figure. I might do an unboxing review of this figure. But this Glitter and Glamorous line, they've done a few other characters from the Dragon Ball series, and each one of them looks really awesome. One thing I will say out there is, if you go on anime figure shopping, probably more so with new release figures, make sure you look around, because pretty much every shop out there, the prices will be different. I found this one for just under 2,000 yen, and I thought that was a pretty good price, because I've seen this one for sale from anywhere over 2,500 up to 3,000 yen, and I was like, oh, that's probably the best price I've seen. And then the next day I was in another shop, and it was for like 1,700 yen, so I was like, ah. So it's 300 yen cheaper, so it's not like a massive amount of money, but if you're going out there for new anime figures, then definitely look around if you want the best price. For older anime figures, then it kind of varies, because they're harder to get, and prices will sell them differently depending on their rarity and mass-produced level, of course. On top of that is a Pokemon water squirter. I'm not sure which one it is. You get a random character in the box and you can't see who it is. Your selection on the front, as you can see there, you've got Pikachu, Eevee, Blastoise. I'm not sure who that is on the top left. That's one of the newer generation ones. I'm a little bit out of the loop on that. Coming to the left, now this was definitely the most expensive item that was picked up out in Japan, and this isn't actually mine, but I've kind of put this in the video because, you know, I got everything after it came out of the case. I thought I'd do on a video. This was an item for one of my best friends. This is the Mega Man Collector's Edition set for the Nintendo Switch, or Rockman as it's more known out in Japan. In fact, he originally was called Rockman, but they localized him to Mega Man in the West. So yeah, this is a really awesome, it's quite a big box, as you can see, but it's pretty light, so it didn't take up too much weight in the suitcase. And I think this contains, obviously, a copy of Mega Man 11, but I think it's got a couple of wall scrolls and the Mega Man amiibo, and there might be an art book in there as well, I'm not entirely sure yet. Beneath that, keeping on Mega Man related, we have a 30th anniversary book of Mega Man. It details some of the games and merchandise and whatnot in there, which is pretty awesome. Coming over to the left, now these are pretty big out in Tokyo, especially in the Akihabara area, which is my favourite go-to place to go to in Japan, or in Tokyo, wherever. If you want to say what is my favourite place to go to out there, Akihabara is always going to be number one. I must have been there at least 7 or 8 times when I was out there. Not obviously there all day every day, but it was a kind of like whenever I went somewhere in Tokyo, on the way back or in the morning, I'd always stop off in Akihabara and have a little look around, because there was always new promotions out there every week. So back to this is actually an anime souvenir bag. So these are pretty common in some of the shops out there. Basically, you buy a bag and you don't know what you're going to get in it. It's a completely random lot. Now this was one of the cheaper bags out there. This was 1,000 yen. The reason I got one of the cheap ones is because I picked this up, I think, on my last day out there, and my case was pretty full, so I was like, oh, you know what, I want to give one of these a go. But I didn't want to spend too much, because it was going to be right at the top of the suitcase where damage could happen due to it being like right there. So I haven't opened it yet. What I'm going to do is, at the end of this video is I'm going to do a blind opening once I've gone through all these items here, so we can have a little look through this together and see what you get. But yeah, it looks pretty awesome. Moving around to the left, we've got a couple of anime books here. We've got some keychains now. Now these are from the Senran Kagura series. One of them is mine, one of them is for a friend. Above that is actually a wall scroll also from the Senran series. Couldn't open that out because it's quite big and it would have taken most of the floor space, but it contains 2 characters, one of them being Yumi, also from Senran, which you can see there. We've got some manga here. We've got the Testament of Sister New Devil. This is volume 1. I do already own this one, but this was a gift I picked up out there for someone. We got volumes 16 and 17 of Kiss X Sis. This is an absolute hilarious manga. There was also a short anime series they did on this. It's absolutely hilarious, but it is a little bit NSFW, so don't go checking it out if you're you don't like that sort of stuff. Should have picked this bit up before I moved on, but this is Mega Man X2. I think this might be a guidebook for one of the games, I'm not sure. I haven't actually opened this yet, or Rockman X2 should have said. Over here we've got some Yu-Gi-Oh stickers. These are like proper vintage items. Picked these up from Nakano. We've got a High School DxD keychain here. This is of the character Asia Argento, and this is a pretty different keychain to what you might expect, because the chest area is actually expanded. It actually sticks out as if it was actually their breasts. This is one of the sort of smaller ones, because this character doesn't have an abnormally large chest like some of the others in there. But yeah, it's probably my favourite character from the show, so I wanted to pick that up. It's not a very popular character from the show either, so I thought, you know, get some merchandise of some of the non-popular characters, because I like to support those. These are new out there because they said new on the box. These are some Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild candy and trading cards, I think. I picked up 3 of these, so I'm going to give a couple of these away as gifts and keep one for myself. When I do the opening of the anime souvenir bag, I might actually open this on camera so we can have a little look inside. Next to that, we've got 3 N64 games, Japanese ones of course. We've got, I believe that's Pokemon Snap, if I recall, but it was really cheap, so I just picked it up. We've got Mario 64 and Zelda Ocarina, no, not Ocarina, sorry, that's Majora's Mask. That was the most expensive of the 3, but again, they weren't really too much money because they were loose. And if you look around out there, you can find some good prices. So we've got some more anime food items. We've got some trading cards there at the top there that were from Animate. They come with a purchase that I got out there. They put 3 cards in there. This is actually a grow your own bonsai tree. So that's pretty awesome. As you can see, it's unopened. Hopefully maybe one day that we will see some sakura blossom maybe from that. Who knows? Bonsai trees are very hard to grow. I've had a few in the past and they are hard to grow. If you overwater or underwater them, they will just simply die. Coming here, we've got a Pokemon. This is just like a blank book. Or was this actually a colouring book? I can't remember. I went ahead and looked through it once, and this was when I was pretty early on my trip out there. I think this may be a colouring book. I think I've picked this one up as a gift. So we've got some melon pan biscuits here. So melon pan is one of my favourite foods out there to eat. It is the most tastiest bread I have ever eaten, and if I had to choose a favourite bread, it is melon pan bread. And these are kind of like little mini biscuit versions of that bread. Pretty awesome. We've got a manga here. This is a Yuri manga. We've got some the new Pokemon advertisement here. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit so we can. The shaking's not too bad. This isn't technically a Japanese item, but I did buy this while I was at the airport going to Japan. This is the latest issue of Neo magazine, which is the English magazine featuring all stuff from Japan, like reviews of anime mangas, as well as some video games too. We've got some limited edition. Well, it's not limited edition. It's just a limited, at least for here, a Kit Kat flavour from Japan. Kit Kat is absolutely huge out in Japan. It's definitely their biggest sweet, or chocolate if you say. I think the reason for that is because the word Kit Kat translates into Japanese as good luck, so, and that's probably why it's so popular. Moving back over to the left, we've got some anime postcards. We've got, didn't really see too much Resident Evil merchandise, or Biohazard, sorry, as it's known out there. So there's one item from here, like a coaster. I expect we'll probably be seeing quite a lot more Resident Evil merchandise next year with the release of Resident Evil 2. That's going to be a huge release for them, and I'm very excited for it. We've got Dragon Quest Cafe Coaster, and that also come with this here, the Artenia Square Enix. That's like a napkin. I went to the Final Fantasy Cafe, or Square Enix Cafe, I suppose you should more say, in Shinjuku. Really, really awesome place, an absolutely lovely restaurant, and a load of history for Square. It's actually right next to the Square Enix headquarters building they've got there, so it's really hard to miss. Everything in there is Square related, so you'll see Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest, as well as more from their IPs. We've got some pretty like old SmackDown trading cards, and next to that is a piece of, well, it's actually a really old, it's probably older than most of you watching this video now, bubblegum. Well, it's a photo sticker, some bubblegum with Michael Jackson promotion on it. This must have been related to some sort of tour video, tour, whatever he was doing out there at the time. But on the back of it, it says it's 1989. So you definitely don't want to eat that bubblegum now. But I picked this up from the Michael Jackson souvenir shop, which is in Odaiba. Really, really awesome place. If you like Michael Jackson and any of his music, then you have got to go to this shop, because they've got so much memorabilia and rare items, things he signed, pictures, hand-drawn roughs of some of his songs. Really, really awesome place. Definitely check out if you're a Michael Jackson fan. Coming over here, we've got a couple of magnets, one just of Tokyo City and the one beneath that of Akihabara. Underneath those there is a keychain based off the School Idol project. Very, very big. That is out there in Japan. It's literally everywhere. Coming to the left of that now, what is this, you may look at? I mean, what do you actually think this is looking at this video? A few of you might know, but this is actually food. Would you believe it? This is actually a pudding, and this is another item from the anime manga High School DxD. This is from the Hero season, and this is a pudding shaped off of the character Rias Gremory's breasts. Pretty hilarious, I've got to admit. Now, I've seen these kind of items out there before, but I've never, from what I recall, seen one actually based off an anime that at least I know of. Usually they're just based off like a random, not known anime character, one that's just been drawn specifically for anything. But they must have obviously got the license to do this one for this, which is pretty hilarious, I got to admit. Coming to the left of that is another High School DxD item. This is a portfolio sleeve. It's a little bit NSFW. And coming over to here, so there's a new Yuri anime out there at the minute, and it is really, really heavily getting promoted. It was airing, I think, around the time I was out there. It's based off the manga, and the manga is called Bloom Into You. Now, I'm not sure whether when that gets converted into English they're going to change it or whatnot, but I picked up the first volume of the manga, and it's pretty fun. It's not like over-the-top NSFW manga or anything or not. It's just a pretty light-hearted manga, and it's been turned into an anime, and that's why it's getting a lot of promotion out in a minute. So we've got a couple of bits from it as well. We've got a portfolio sleeve, and there is some badges there just above that. Coming above that, we've got a Denki Bunko desk calendar for 2019. Now, I picked one of these up last year for 2018, and it's a pretty fun calendar. Each month has got a different anime girl on it, and there they all are. Coming to that, we've got some anime books now. So we've got this is just got a picture of like various anime related characters in these books. Think Megami, which we're going to be coming to in just a moment. You're going to see this one's obviously got DxD characters on the front. I mean, what gave it away? The fact that they're wearing pretty much next to nothing. Dear. So we've got some more anime books here. And now we come to some Megamis. So these are the two latest issues that have been released out there. We've got Megami Deluxe, and this is the December edition of the standard Megami. Pretty awesome. And we've got another anime magazine here. I've picked a few of these up in the past before. These are pretty fun. As you can see, it's definitely got a Christmas feel to it, and this also contains the 2019 calendar. I think it might be on the back, but it's a little bit more NSFW than the Denki Bunko, as you can see. But nothing's ever on show. It's kind of just like that. Like all the parts are covered up conveniently with trickery. We've got a pretty old Megami. I'm not entirely sure how old this is, but I picked this one up in a Book Off, which is like a second-hand book. Well, clearly the name's called Book Off, but they also sell like games, DVDs, Blu-rays and whatnot. It's all like second-hand, but really like that. When you think second-hand shops, I'm not sure what they're like in America, but second-hand shops in the UK, it's like pretty much just trash. Everything's in poor quality. Second-hand quality shops in Japan, like the products are literally like brand new. Essentially, the quality is amazing. And you look at the quality of this book, it looks great. And the prices are great too. I picked this up for 889 yen when this originally sold for 1,667 yen. So this is like a deluxe version. It's like pictures of characters from various anime related shows on high quality glossy paper. Look, it even still contains the free poster that came with it. Coming to the left here, we've got some like there's a Ikebukuro, a Tomei map showing various anime locations to visit in Ikebukuro, which is an area in Tokyo. An anime kind of advertisement thing there. Like these are all like either given out to me as free in the street, or they would have come with an item that I purchased. This is a Smash Bros Ultimate advertisement. This actually folds out into a really long piece showing this tremendous artwork that's been drawn for Smash Brothers. The game's release is definitely coming soon, and I'm definitely going to be picking that up. So here we have some original melon pan. So I picked up a few of these to bring back with me. It's a shame that as it's bread, the shelf life isn't long, so I've got to eat these up soon. But absolutely delicious bread. They sell melon pan bread in the Japan Centre in London, which I have visited, but it's just not the same. It's just the quality is just not there. It's nice, don't get me wrong, but the problem is it's 3 times the price in London, whereas these are, well, it's 102 yen, it says there, each, which is pence. It's literally pence. Absolutely amazing bread, and we've got some more of the mini melon pan biscuits there. Above that is technically not a Japanese game, kind of. So I played this quite a lot in the arcades. There's the Taiko games. So the English version of this game has just recently been released on the Switch, and I kind of wanted to bring that Japanese arcade feel home with me. And I've played it once, and it's really fun. It's just exactly like it is in the arcades. It's got a lot of iconic Japanese songs that are on these Taiko games, and the motion controls work pretty decently well, I've got to admit. I've not had no problems with the motion controls. You can get a drum with this version, which does look really, really cool, but it's double the price. So, yeah. And I think that's everything, guys. Just to zoom out and one look over. There are some other bits that I did bring back from Japan, but I've kind of put the interesting stuff in this video. I mean, no one's going to really be interested in looking at like, well, this is a shirt and this is a tie, you know what I mean? So this is like what I'd say is the interesting stuff. So now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to just stop the video here, and then we're going to get in for a closer look at this anime souvenir bag, and I may even open a few of these magazines as well to have a little closer look on this video. So here we go. Boom! So with the power of editing, I have transitioned from all that gear on the floor to this seamlessly. So I've got my trusty Stanley knife, and we are going to have a little look in here. So the shops do a very good job making sure you can't actually see what's in these bags. They put a lot of tape on here, otherwise everyone's going to be looking through, and well, there's no fun in blind opening, right? So I'm just going to move a little bit forward a bit so I can just open the bag, and I'm making sure not to look in the bag. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the bag on the floor there, so you can just see the handle there, and I'm just going to grab an item out of there so that way I can't see anything that's within there. And let's have a look. So feels like there's a few bits in here. Let's grab this one first of all. So I'm not entirely sure now. I know of this series. I can't think of it off the top of my head though. Doraemon Legend. So this is a little figure of that. Kind of looks like the sort of thing. Oh, here we go. Look, that's what he's supposed to look like. Yeah, it's like this guy. It's like a cat. Very popular in the gacha machines out in Japan. And a very, very popular series out there, but I'm not too familiar with it. So let's grab something else. Okay, so this is from the anime, and I think it's got a manga of JoJo. And my friends are a fan of this, but I honestly don't know much about it. This is like a little, very small portfolio sleeve of it. Okay, so we've got something a bit big now. Let's grab this out. Okay, so what is this? Thank you, best hits song. Interesting. So it looks like it's actually a musical instrument. So well, let's open this up and have a little look. So it is. So I'm guessing it must play whatever song that is on there. So let's wind it up and listen. So pretty cool. I mean, I don't know the song that it's playing, because I didn't wind it up any further. That's going to play for ages. I'll put it over there until it stops. But that's pretty interesting. I mean, that seems like quite a well-made item. It's quite heavy, and this was only a 1,000 yen item. But as the instructions or whatnot's not on English, I don't know what it is. But let's carry on. No, it stopped now at last. Okay, so we've got a little figure here from the anime Tiger and Bunny. I have heard of this, but I'm not too familiar with it. Pretty cool. Now that it's stopped, I will put it back so we can see everything from this haul. Okay, so I don't know what this is. Okay, so this is obviously from everything in here is going to be like an anime related thing. This is Chris 6187 to 2616. Not sure on what that is. If any of you, cross arms. If any of you know what series that's from, please do let me know. Okay, we've got something else here. What's this from? Arts. Not too sure. Obviously it's a keychain, I know that. If any of you know what this anime is from, please do also let me know. It's pretty cool. So we've got a little small figure of a car. These are pretty popular out there. These are actually manufactured by Tomy, so you can probably see there on the top right. Yeah, collectible things like this are huge out there. Things of like trains, cars, bikes and whatnot. You can literally get anything in these miniature sort of forms. So I'm not surprised that that's in there. Well, I've got to admit, for 1,000 yen, I'm still finding stuff in this bag. Tacitomo. It's not from a series I'm familiar with, but not for sale. Interesting. If any of you know what that is, do let me know also the series. Right, we're coming to the end. We've got, I've grabbed 2 bits. Okay, we've got another anime keychain. Not sure on that one either. And I think I might know this one. This looks like from the basketball anime. Oh, I can't remember it now. It is a Shonen one. I do know that. I think it's from that. It looks very familiar. But well, yeah, that's everything, guys. So, well, I went for 1,000 yen. That's pretty decent, I've got to admit. Pick it up. Now there were other bags that would have had like much higher valued items in there. There were ones that were 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 I saw, and I think some of them even went up to 8,000. So obviously the more money you put in it, the higher quality of goods you're going to get from it. Now there were ones that were specifically themed for like various shows. There was like Shonen ones, so obviously you're going to get like Naruto, Dragon Ball, and One Piece in that. And there was other ones that were related to just other things, but this was just a random 1,000 yen bag, and that's pretty decent, I gotta admit. You know, I don't mind that. That's pretty cool. I mean, this little music box here is awesome itself. Again, if you know what track that's playing from, obviously it says thank you, please do let me know. And that's everything, guys. Thank you very, very much if you watched this video all the way to the end. I really, really do appreciate this. And I know it's been a very long-winded video. Went way over the estimated runtime I thought this was going to go for. But there definitely was a lot to cover in this video. Stay tuned for future uploads on the Ultimate Collector. I definitely plan to get some more regular uploads on this channel. And if you're interested in the Sonic haul that I brought back also from this trip to Japan, I'm going to put an end screen up for that, which should be coming up right about now. So thank you very much once again, guys. Take care of yourselves and see you on the next video.